Oh, am I live? Is this thing on? Hello? I think it's working. I don't think it's working. Hold on. Let's see. There it is. Okay, good. How's everyone doing? Hi. Cheers. So, on the docket today, gonna be making some beats. Okay. I'm gonna be researching 9/11 for no reason. For good reason. And then yeah, we'll just go from there. I don't know what's gonna happen. I got a beat. I got a beat right here. Let's listen to it. Let's start it back. Can you hear? You shut up, man. How dare you? Can you hear this? From the Philippines, man. Hell yeah. Pleasure. Sweet. So I was thinking about remixing this shit. And
nice chain, red bone legs, chain swing, like pretty thing, kick a bitch, call me Lou.
you know, don't really like it, but I think we could turn it into something, maybe, or we'll just start from scratch. We'll see how it is. How long does it take you to make your videos? Fucking forever, bro. High up there. High. No, yeah, it takes a very long time. Mainly because I am disreputable degenerate and garden variety perfectionist. I think someone asked earlier. Let me go through the question. Did I ever attend university? For 2 years. 2 years, and then I dropped out. Yeah. Years, dude. It takes fucking years to put out these hammers, bruh. God damn. You can hear the mouth breathing too. That's nice, man. Yeah. Let me. What's a good research topic? I hope it's not I hope it's not something that will get me canceled. Your headphones are broken. Okay, this is the best beat I've ever made. All right, ever. No, I didn't see the fight last night. I try not to go on the interwebs thereafter because I don't want it spoiled. But I'll probably watch it later tonight. You know. Flat Earth. Okay. You know what? Let's fucking make a beat from scratch. From start. No. Okay. What are we gonna name it? Let's name it Crack Rocks. Because I am the crack rock distributor. How about some boom bap or something like it? What do you think? Let's do that. Let's try that out. Boom bap isn't dead. I swear. So I think mainly starts off with finding the perfect sample. gonna happen. We're doing it. Not making boom bap anymore. No boom bap. It's gonna be something else. Let's lay down a nice drums. Yeah, maybe something like that. It may not be boom bap, but you know we're gonna shoot for the moon, for the stars, for the heavens. We're gonna pull Old Dirty Bastard back. All right. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. That's pretty fucking dope. You need to do a video on the legitimacy of fact check. That's a good fucking video. Because I've gone into some deep dives in that department. You should look up the link between L.H. Oswald and Oberreich Schifrod. General Galen's connections to Germany, Russia, Oswald. Also, that sounds interesting. Let me go ahead and copy and paste that shit somewhere. I'll look into that, man. That looks cool. I'm always down to do a deep dive on fucking anything. Monte Booker's always got some dope shit, man. That's not dope though. That's kind of, you know, it's played out. It's played out a little bit. From Perrin, huh? I mean, yeah, I'll give it a look. I'll give it a look-see. Will I ever create an OnlyFans? I have one for the memes. I was thinking about just putting all of my what would be considered like YouTube shorts onto there, or I don't know, just something funny. Yeah, he's glowing, but I'll look into it. You know, it's okay. Hey man, I'm vaxxed, bro. I am vaxxed. Okay. They got the jab in my dick. Right in there. Sounded it, you know. I'm up to the tits. Make that groovy moozy, baby. We're gonna see what's going on. Right here, we're just gonna make a little loop, and I got like 2 tries at a bass line to see if it's worth it. let me look at the chat. Yeah. Terry Davis. Yeah, man. I'm going to do a video on him soon. Will my hot assistant be joining the stream? I don't know. Peter! Nah, I think he won't. No. He didn't call back. He usually just calls back immediately. All right, I need a good, just a solid fucking snare. Come on, give me something, Monte. 9/11 was an inside job, and 7-Eleven was a part-time job. Kill me. Maple. See, man, okay, when it comes to making music, all right, it's all about sound selection. You don't even need to know music theory, okay? You just drop the right sounds and play, especially since Splice is since Splice is a thing now. You just drag and drop and make something. Let's do that. Fuck it. I don't care. Ooh. Duplicate that real quick, you know what I'm saying? Just the perfect hat for it. Yeah. What? Hey, I'm gonna need a mascara. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. Whatever the video calls for, it's gonna happen. Let me get a look at your face. Show us your face. Let's see what your face is looking like. All right? Drop a sub lab in there. I haven't really used this program all that much. It's kind of dookie, but we'll see. Because it's just dealing with presets, and then you can change the ADSR on it. Wow. We'll see though. We'll see how it's going. Fuck that one. Fuck that noise. I kind of want something with like a little bit of kind of like the low end of a cello. Kinda. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. Does Nexus have a cello? We'll see. Ikelo. Oh no, it's corrupt. Hey, we know why it's corrupt. Ooh, that fucking reverb's terrible. Turn that shit the fuck off. We don't need that in here. Let's make a new pattern, yeah? First of all, what is this even in? Sounds like G. Where's that tuner plugin? I never use that thing. Where's that shit at? Let's try new things on this stream, yeah? Oh god, I got so much shit. It's just too much, man. I was close. I was close, you know. Shit. Best thing I'm gonna do is can loser. Which you can hit with your car. History of central banks and money. I mean, the third section of American Lies went into the American, modern day Federal Reserve. Yeah, you know, the public by and large throughout history was always adverse to central banks. From the European perspective, simply because I mean the Royal Crown and what they did with the pound sterling. No one appreciated that shit, you know? Imagine believing the Fed will do anything but cause more inflation. Hey, man, cheap credit's real nice. Look, I got a house. I usually go with this for nicotine, but you know, this one just hits a little bit better for some reason. It doesn't taste better. It just hits better, you know? It hurts. Feels like I'm getting cancer, and that's the shit I like. Oh, I mean, yeah, the video's in progress, bro. Yeah, for Terrier Davis. His condition was a sure tragedy, and it was he's such a bright and brilliant person, just marred by his mental illness. Did you know he was behind Ticketmaster? I bet you didn't know that shit. I mean, you'll see in the video. What do I think about the future? I think it's in the future. I think it's in a temporal dimension ahead of the line, if we were to think about it on a linear, maybe log scale. Yeah. Say something about 9/11 right now, something quick. Okay, so after we're gonna make a couple beats, the idea is to go into it as if I don't know anything about 9/11. I don't know shit about it. I'm a European, right? I just think like, oh yeah, fuck you, America. Yeah, no, not even like that. Just throw that out the window. And we're gonna go through how I do research. It's gonna be really long. It's gonna be really boring. It's gonna be a lot of reading. And who knows? Maybe we'll get it X'd out. Maybe I'll just get the stream dropped. We'll see. But my preconceived notions of 9/11 is a lot of people. It makes sense to make things conspiratorial because instead of owning the blame of such a blunder and such a tragedy and lost lives across the board onto a select group of people, whoever the fuck, the Bush administration, the jihadis, the Jews, whatever the fuck, you can attribute it to it. That makes more sense to our stupid brains because we don't like uncertainty and we don't like the notion that there's people just like us, just as blunderous as us, just as unintelligent as us, who have garnered the gravitas and wealth to be at the upper echelon that are making these decisions. And so to skip right past it, my preconceived notions of 9/11 is that what can be, what can be attributed to malice is likely just stupidity, and then thus capitalized on. The Bush administration is no innocent affair. So 9/11, just to fucking soundbite it right, not an inside job, but the Pentagon was definitely exploded for ulterior reasons. So, or that they sold out our country. I mean, these motherfuckers warned us, right? There's even if you look at those FBI investigations, there's constant like, hey, we should look into this. Hey, they're making viable threats. Hey, we attributed a lot of it to Bin Laden because of the whole speech where he's, you have bases on our holy land, and we will attack the very structures. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but so those are my preconceived notions, and we're gonna throw all of those out the window and just start from scratch. I think that's the best way to do it. That's the best way to research, because you'll learn things along the way that, wow, that thing I previously believed is actually founded on this dumb fucking thing I read 10 years ago that wasn't true. Bin Laden was trained by the U.S. military to fight Russia in the 80s. Yeah, and the leader of ISIS, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, was in a detention camp in Iraq in 2004 and then was subsequently released. So, but we're gonna ignore all that. Okay, back to the beat. I do have to urinate, so we gotta lay down. It's some kind of fucking bass line, okay? So F sharp. Easy. Bro, easy. Yeah. I need a good fucking, just a good bass, man. Can I please have a good bass? Not an 808, I need a bass. Is the F sharp minor? F sharp minor scale is just the black keys, right? It's just the black keys, right? That's what makes it jazzy. Something like that. Dog shit. But I have to urinate. I will be right back. Okay, but we're gonna listen to this on repeat for some reason. All right, let me catch up. Let me catch up a little bit. The U.S. loves their dictators overseas. That's right. What do I do with the information I research? I compile it into a large document, and then I try to beat my head over it until I can make sense of it. If you get a gaming PC, should it be good enough to run? Yeah. I mean, you could do that with like a subpar Dell laptop, you know. Did I ever see the Velvet Snails video on the GNAA inspired by you and porcelain? No. The fuck is the GNAA? Let's look at that up. You're funny. You're a funny guy. Very funny guy. Yeah. What do I want to make? That's the real question. I think we should make something better, something new. There is this we're gonna call it cloud, just because that's the inspiration. All right, so we're gonna start it out like we did just now. Just some fucking presets. Throw them in there. Boop doop boop doop boop doop boop. Burp day burp day burp day burp. No, 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 no. Kind of want something like y'all ever heard the soundtrack for the Neon Demon? I kind of want to make something like that. I think I got a sample, something like that. I got 4 minutes of squawking crows. Do something with that. Oh yeah, what the fuck is that from? That shit's so dope. That shit is so dope. Okay, so we're gonna start off with. Let's pull up a silent synth. Okay. Okay, let me grant some. Let me be more charitable. Let me look this up. Because I was just made aware of whoever this porcelain guy is, but I don't know who the fuck Velvet Snail is. Okay, let's check that out. Prefer not to be involved with just anyone outside of my creative scope. I'm a solo dolo kind of guy, you know. So you say this video was inspired. So you mean like editing style? Because he's got a little bit of work he needs to do just by looking at this. Yeah, it's kind of.
Kept Fino.net, a similar looking domain on file in the event the URL's intrinsic value could yield a high return on investment of laughs and fuckery.
Okay. I'll give it a look later. Slappity bish, man. Yeah, so we're just gonna load up some presets, try and get some ideas going, and then jump off the nearest 30-foot bridge, just so you know there could be you could survive, you could, depends on how you land, you know. These are all kind of dookie, huh? Big dookie on the beat. And in keeping with the last thing we're making. It's going to be an F sharp. F sharp major. Yeah, B flat. Shut the fuck up. I like that little resonance. We'll see. gosh. Need someone with not a lot of highs. I don't really like that snare. That's in D? Okay, let's drop that shit down to C. If it was in threes, try that out. Nah. See how that sounds over it. Oops. Nah. Poopy. I don't even know what I'm making. What if it's like... This is music making, ladies and gentlemen. It's, you know, you just keep trying shit until you're like, yeah, that's kind of what's in my head. Did you ever try making a song at 33? I think it stop at 41. 41 beats per minute is like the lowest you can go until, if you go any lower, it's not even musical anymore. It's more tonal and ambient. Yeah. What Mr. Bennett's saying. Yeah, man. It's been a while since I streamed. I think it's been 5 months, 6 months, something like that. This is kind of like if I don't enjoy doing this stream currently, by the end of it, that's kind of like the deciding factor as to whether or not I do this more often. There's a lot of kooky claps in one thing I downloaded the other day. I forget what it was called though. Let's do that. Just as a placeholder, Everyone defaults to 100 beats per minute as the reference frame. Is that like a analogous to GMT time as to where all the reference of time comes from? Like it kind of makes sense because that doesn't really make sense actually. Normally I would listen to some music to try and just be inspired, but I'll probably get booted off stream, so we'll see. Deep house. Oh God, yeah. What is that? What's that in my left ear? That sounds retarded. I love it. Let's try that. Sounds retarded. Okay. Oh, why am I on 82? Let's try this. Oh, yeah, that makes a little bit more sense. Kind of. No, I fucked up. I'm trying to think. What's a good bass line? We should start with the bass line, actually. Let's go ahead and delete all of this. Besides that tonal hit, just have some sonic reference, at the root note. And then play with that. What if we do it in threes? No. Man. Hell yeah. Okay, this is kind of vibey. I'll try that. Let's turn that fucking kick down. Jesus. Blowing out my eardrums. Okay. Wonder if it'll record audio. We'll see. Yeah, it does. Okay. Oh. Oops. Yeah, I tried to. That little breath sound, imagine if we pulled that. Make unique. Something like that. Oh! Whoops. Oh! know it makes no sense right now, but hear me out, all right? Put a fucking Valhalla on there, you know what I'm saying? Oh, shit. Give me a preset. I don't have any of the presets. Cool. That doesn't work, so we'll put it over there and then duplicate this. Put it right there. How long have I lived in Colorado? Who's asking? Fuck is phase blank? What is lab? I haven't used this at all. Let me see what's on with this. Oh, that's right. This is that free version of Spitfire, like a sample library. Let's see what its brass sounds like. It's kind of nice. Yeah. Someone said frogs. Need frogs. I don't know what that. I don't know what that means. Wooden frog noises. Let's see what the experimental says. Let's see what it says. See what it tells me. God damn, feels like I'm peeking. Kinda like that. Maybe we could fuck it up later. Turn it into some. It's in pattern 1. Yeah, we don't want that. We want it in a different pattern. Claustrophobic rap. Maybe. Can you rap on this? Is that a possibility? Hit me with some lyrics. We'll see if I can rap on it. Perfect. God damn, this is fucking weird. I like it. Scoop, deep, poop, deep, whoop, deep. Nah, gotta get some better lyrics than that. There's actually, let me try this one thing. I need to make a Reese. I'm playing with a keyboard here, literal fucking keyboard. So. The hi-hat's a little hot. Yeah, just turn it down a little bit, you know? Check me out. Alright, throw this in here. We're gonna add some fake vibrato. Where's my what am I looking for? I'll be quite honest. It's been like probably a month since I've made something, so I forget where everything's at. Jesus Christ, what am I looking for? Hold on, I need to Google it. My brain just stopped working there for a second. Oh, duh. God damn it. God damn it, in the crack house with the South Main. Okay. Morphs vibrato. Square, no. And since we're going to be using that, we'll just keep it in the same pattern. It's just. Boy, looking like a young Colonel Sanders. All right, I'll take that. I'll take that shit. I could write a verse and take the sun away. Say goodbye to light because it's gone today. Praise Allah. Inshallah, Habibi. Alright, I'll try your lyrics. I'm staring at the ceiling, wondering what this feeling is. I hear the prophets call, but the message falls on deaf ears. The best years draw a line of condescension between the rain and mine. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. That's good. It works. I have to urinate once more, so forgive me. We'll give this a save. We'll pull up an old project just to play on repeat while I do the thing, you know. Pretty sure anyone that's joined in on the stream, they probably heard this one before, so forgive me. Yeah, I cut my hair recently. It doesn't look that great. There's some issues I didn't fade it or nothing. And there's some loose strands, and yeah, I'll get that taken care of. I gotta go to my job interview on Amazon here soon, so I gotta make sure I take care of that. I'm gonna be fucking sucking Bezos' dick here in a little bit. Hopefully they just pay me in stock options. I'm not actually doing that, don't worry. Okay, enjoy this. always wanted to do something with this. So I think for the last beat of the day, we'll maybe work on something that's just been sitting in my throwaway folder. How's everyone doing? How's your fucking Sunday? Huh? You praising Jesus? You praising the Lord? Oh, it's ready. There we go. Hold up. It's a really, really old beat. That's just, I think it's just a couple loops. But this is Drake quality right here, all right? This is fucking, just, all right, before I play it, let's think of just J. Cole, all right? Just moaning the whole time. Coming on the beat. Nothing all over it. That's what I'm talking about. I just don't know. Here, check me out. All right. Beat's done. All right, it's a whole song. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what the fuck I mean? Did you miss the deep dive? No, we haven't started yet. Should we start? Should we just start? Should we just forget music? Should we just... I realize I haven't changed the name of the stream. I'm not chatting with anyone today. That's all right. No need to. Who are they? You know? But yeah, what does everyone think? Should we just go into the deep dive? Pretend like we're retarded and don't know anything about, recent history. Just figure it out. Go down the line. Deep dive. Okay. Hold on. Where's my stimulation? Engaged. I guess we can wait for that to kick in. Man, there's a couple dumb things that I haven't looked at in a very long time, and you're just gonna join me. You're just gonna join me real quick, like. Wow, Ozone 6. I haven't owned that shit in fucking years. Let's see what this. Oh, I remember this dumb. Yeah, this is great. Check me out.
Wipe a nigga out like an outbreak. I'ma start bustin', make the house shake. Fuck nigga sweeter than a pound cake. Eyes on your chin, better watch what your mouth say. Lean with the footballs, got a nigga trippin'. Bucket, nigga keep sippin'. Dirty AK with the beam on it. Clip so long I can lean on it. Free my niggas up behind bar. Move 100 pounds for a lawyer, beat the charge. Back check down, run it back, they watch a fuck. If a nigga try to rob, fucking hit him with the hoe.
I'm pretty sure this beat is from 2016, because that's when that song came out. Yep, fucking April 2nd, 2016. That's crazy. It's been a long time. Been doing this shit forever, man. When do I get to retire? You don't retire until you die. Is the real answer. There's this one that I haven't touched in quite some time. Wow, it's all missing for some reason. That doesn't seem right. Hold on. All the samples are right there, buddy. Huh. Weird. Whatever. When Lambo. I minted NFT. When Lambo. This is dumb. I don't know why I waited to. I applaud you and the realness you provide since I started watching your 3-part series on the system. Hey, man. Appreciate that. That shit took forever to make. That is part 1 of a docu-series that I'm making. Part 2 is about politics and the media and PR campaigns, or PR companies, rather. And then the third one is about war. So, probably not any bombshells, like things that people aren't aware of too much so, but just trying to formulate it in a way that really just pickles the onion, you know? That's really loud. Yeah, I don't know why I don't have this sample. Let's look for it. 808. 808. 14. It's gotta be out there somewhere in the thicket. Trunk shaker. Oh man. This fucking drum kit has been around for 10 years. I'm sure so many people have heard that 808. Yeah, it's just 10 years old. It's crazy. It's bananas. It's absolute bananas. I know I said we're gonna do the deep dive, all right? Just give it a little bit, all right? Just need the stimulation to kick. Keep my notes. I've been meaning to do this for fucking months now, but put the bibliography and the notes from American Lies on Patreon. The problem is, and it's the same problem for many months, is that my note taking is not organized, and in order for, like, even so far as that I will quote things from like page 300 from this PDF or book, And I'll quote it. I'll leave it in the notes. I'm like, yes, that needs to be in the video, or something around it needs to be in the video. And I don't put the page number for some reason. So I'm literally just searching through this whole text that I went through just to find this page number for this one quotation. And it's really, yeah. Oh, are those lyrics? Okay. I was like, you bought a Lambo? Good for you, man. I'm so proud of you. Okay, so it's not in there. That's really whack. Smoke purple bitch, though. That homie a bitch. Let me change the title of this real quick. Save. Oh, I didn't find anything. Okay, one more beat, and then we'll do the deep dive. One more. Well, maybe two, just in case. This one isn't what I think it is. This isn't what I think it is. Okay. Alright, we'll try your lyrics out for this. I missed it. Bottle and blow out my business. There's something wrong with this. It's not. All the sounds sound funny. Recently switched hard drives, so it's just detecting things that aren't there or in the wrong location. That's really aggravating. Wow, this one isn't even playing. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's because I moved it. Yeah. I don't know why that fucking thing pops up, dude. Anything I do, it's just NVIDIA telling me like, "Hey, we got some malware on your computer. Here's a notification." Isn't that great? All right, fuck this. Let's do it. Let's do the damn thing. Okay. So, where do we begin? Le Google. Le DuckDuckGo. Le Bing. And Le Yandex. Maybe not the Russian. Yandex. Why Yandex? Because a lot of the indexed results when you give a search on anything that's on American servers. Well, DuckDuckGo isn't it? I don't think it's American servers, but it'll show you results that don't normally come up, whether or not it be just Google trying to, narrow the results to something that's more palatable, more appealing. It's just or Wibby. Never heard of Wibby. What is Wibby? Oh, yeah. I have heard it, actually. So we'll use Wibby too. Okay, so 9/11 attack. 9/11. 9/11. 9/11. 9/11. You're catching the drift, huh? Huh. We'll leave that up, but we probably, because that's not my usual. Okay, so what are the news articles telling me? 20 years after 9/11, the men responsible are still waiting for a trial. Wikipedia. History. Should we go to Britannica? Top 10 9/11 events. Of course, there's a translate function on Brave. It's got to be like an extension for that, right? Mujahideen. It's an important thing. Mujahideen. Mujaha. Whatever. And then Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda. And Salafists. I am kind of cheating. That's okay. Oh, what's Sunni? What's that? Okay, and then Osama bin Laden. What's my opinion of Morrowind? It had like the best spell system in a game that I've ever played. Have I considered making a video on Slavoj Žižek? No, I haven't, but I do read Slavoj Žižek, and so on and so on and so forth. I like how the surnames have been changed from the Bin Laden family. Why did it change? Who got married? And I swear, what the fuck is her name? I think it's like Nadine Bin Laden. She has got to be a CIA agent. There's no way she's not. Forget her name though. Let me just Osama bin Laden children. God damn! Look at all them children. Yes, Saad bin Laden. Wafa. All I remember is that I probably follow her on Twitter just because but I remember her being staunchly American, very nationalist. Um, and I think she lives in like Virginia or some shit. I don't know, my memory's terrible. Look up Lucky Larry Silverstein. We will. Maybe. If it leads us there. Remember, we're going into this as if we don't know anything. That's why I'm searching up the Bin Laden family. Who are the Bin Ladens? What does that even mean? And then I guess to Bin Laden. What is the connection? Damn. Everything's just news articles from the current year. PBS is nice. I like PBS. It's totally not funded by the Bond Foundation. Love the Shut the Fuck Up video. Mr. Midokura. I've heard that name before. Let me see.
Well, here I am, your local weatherman, just waiting outside of Town.
Yeah, I guess I've never watched any of this guy's videos. That's kind of weird. There's only 5 videos. Weird. Credible etymologically would mean not credible. Right. It's kind of like to say something is incredible makes you incredulous. Like it produces awe. You don't believe what you're seeing. It's incredible. But even awesome, right? That word it produces awe, but awe is a very specific mental state that, if you were to call something, wow, that's awesome. No, it didn't really inspire awe. You're just, a reverential respect mixed with fear or wonder, right? Maybe the wonder part would fit. Makes you wondrous. But it's just too much, That's fucking English speakers. So dramatic. So expressive. She supports Trump, I believe. Yeah. Gotta be on the payroll of some State Department goon. Some fucking spook. But you're literally 35% Somali. So what does it mean? How someone is 35% like genetically, like ethnographically? Is can you even arrive at 35%? I know you can do 3%, 12%, 9%, but 35? I don't know. Gotta use those search filters nowadays, yeah. Anyways, where's that up? There we go. September 11th attacks, also commonly referred to as 9/11. Were a series of 4 coordinated terrorist attacks by the militant Islamist group Al-Qaeda. The base, the foundation, militant Sunni Islamist multinational terrorist organization founded by Bin Laden and Abdullah Azzam, who is still alive. From the Peshawar province. No, he's not. He's not still alive. Why did I think? Hold on. 1 second. Do. Dead. Saeed. I think this is the guy I was thinking of. Anyways. Okay. So, on that morning, 4 commercial airliners traveling from the northeastern U.S. to California. Let's pull up a Word document. All right, we're going to get the facts down. All right, get the facts. So this is my usual process, right? And since we don't want to type anything out, because that'll take too long, September 11th are 4 coordinated terrorist attacks against the United States. Four commercial airliners hijacked by 19 Al Qaeda terrorists. Oops. Al Qaeda terrorists. They were organized into 3 groups, 5 hijackers, and 1 group of 4. Each group had 1 hijacker that received flight training, and their explicit goal was to crash each plane into a prominent American building, causing mass casualties and partial or complete destruction of the targeted buildings. I need, let's go back. Let's do DuckDuckGo. Motivations behind 19 Al Qaeda hijackers. The motives. Infogalactic. Don't know what that is. Do a quick div. Planetary Knowledge Core. So it's just wiki clone. Baudrillard, the spirit of terrorism. I have read this. It's been a while, but I have read this. What the fuck is this? So Ummat and Usama. We'll save this one for later. That looks interesting. Okay. So Flight 11 was flown to the North Tower. At 8:46 a.m. "17 minutes later." Oh, we don't have to do that. United Airlines 175. South Tower. Tower at 9:03 a.m. 9/11. Wake up, Joe Biden. Wake up. All right. So, 7 World Trade Center collapsed. Yes. Third flight. AA-77 hijacked over Ohio. So it was hijacked over Ohio. West side of Pentagon struck. Oops. The go for protocol. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so if it was hijacked over Ohio. Maps. Just to give it a little bit of perspective. That was totally not where I live. That was not the area in which I live. Okay. So it was hijacked, I believe, in the southwestern. The fourth and final flight, UA-93, flown in the direction of DC. And that was the infamous "Let's Roll," where the passengers said "fuck you" and diverted the flight. And then into a field headed toward DC. Let's roll. Shanksville, Pennsylvania at 10:03. Now, if it was hijacked over Ohio at 9:37 a.m. and the west side of the Pentagon was struck when? Let's Google that. We'll start with Google. Google's good. Google's good at getting a baseline, you know. When was the Pentagon attacked? That doesn't seem right. Ooh, good. A timeline from the World Economic Forum. Good.
Is this a primary source?
So Flight 77. Ooh, did I read that wrong? Yeah, I did read that wrong. So, struck at 9:37 a.m. Cool. The Pentagon was hit by a cruise missile. Citation needed. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. Suspicion quickly fell onto Al-Qaeda The United States government, under the George W. Bush administration, formally responded by launching the War on Terror and invading Afghanistan to depose the Taliban, which had not complied with the U.S. demands to expel al-Qaeda from Afghanistan and extradite al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden. Okay. Bin Laden fled into the White Mountains, where he came under attack by U.S.-led forces, but managed to escape. So this is what the Tora Bora escape. Okay, so suspected Al-Qaeda involvement thus leading Bush admin to declare war on terror. Cool. And invading Afghanistan. Invading Afghanistan because the Taliban would not extradite bin Laden. And who is bin Laden? Right? Bin Laden, leader of, or founder, bin Laden plus not Usman. These fucking Arabic names, man. How the fuck do you pronounce his last name? Zawahiri? Zawahiri. Oopsie daisies. Not bold. Cool. Although bin Laden initially denied any involvement in 2004, he formally claimed responsibility of the attacks. Al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden appeared in a new message aired on an Arabic TV station. Which one? The militant Islamic group decided we should destroy towers in America because we are a free people and we want to regain the freedom of our nation, said bin Laden, dressed in yellow and white robes. It was on Al Jazeera. Just 4 days before the American presidential election, bin Laden accused U.S. President George W. Bush of negligence on the day 19 suicide hijackers took over. Okay. So we will copy and paste that into our little document. Cool. Your security is now in the hands of Democratic presidential candidate John Kerry or Bush or Al-Qaeda. Your security is in your own hands. Each state that does not meddle with our security is naturally guaranteed its own security. Bush reacted to the tape by saying the United States would not be intimidated by bin Laden's war with these terrorists. Oh, whoops. I skipped ahead. Bin Laden's attempt to interfere in Tuesday's election. Americans will not be intimidated or influenced by an enemy of our country, he said. We're at war with these terrorists, and I'm confident that we will prevail. So, prior to Bush's election, Bush, is it correct to say referred to them as terrorists and said that we're at war with them? Referred to Al-Qaeda plus bin Laden as terrorists and that the U.S. was at war with them. As Americans, we are absolutely united in our determination to hunt down and destroy Osama bin Laden and the terrorists. Al Jazeera said it received the message earlier in the day, but would not say how. White House spokesman Scott McLean said U.S. intelligence officials believe the tape to be authentic. Let's get that in there, too. Zoom out a little bit. Cool. So we're kind of building a timeline, right? So 9/11 attacks, 4 coordinated terrorist attacks by Al-Qaeda against the United States on the morning of Tuesday, September 11th. Flight 11 was hit at the North Tower, and then 15 minutes later, the South Tower was hit by United Airlines 175, and then thus 7 World Trade Center collapsed. American Airlines 77 was hijacked over Ohio, and then the west side of the Pentagon was struck just 35 minutes after the South Tower had been hit. I guess when was the time that World Trade Center collapsed is a good question. Where's that stupid fucking timeline of events from the world? This is what happens when you pull up so many goddamn tabs. You're not paying attention. There we go. Okay. So at 9:59, the South Tower collapses. So that's after the Pentagon was struck. 9:59 a.m. No. This is a good visualization, though. Because I love me some infographics, you know? I love graphs. And again, I have to urinate. Oh, Lurk! Dude, you're unbanned. I don't know why you haven't joined again. I have to urinate. I'll be right back. I'm sorry, you could probably hear all of that. That's just disgusting. Every time I see streamers just eating on the mic, I'm just appalled. I'm abhorred. Yeah, we'll look into that too. Yeah, the Rumsfeld speech beforehand. I'm just trying to find some good break music. Sims. I think this beat I sampled, I found a sample library of The Simpsons, their mobile game, so give it a listen. I'll be back. Theo. Everybody meet Theo. My gorgeous pit bull. Oh, Sabrina! Hey, buddy. Where you going? Get out of here. Get out of here. Go have fun. Isn't he adorable? Fucking love that dog. Alright, back to it. Stimulants are kicking in. We're going to find out who did 9/11. Who did it? Any stuff worth resubscribing to coming up? You might as well just subscribe to him. I don't know. What the fuck is a sub? Yeah, no, don't. There's nothing. I'm done, he said. Distortion City. I think that's because, yeah, that's my Streamlabs. Cool. I gotta be honest, guys. Streaming is fucking weird. There's something bizarre about thinking, like, how many people are in a stream right now? Right? Probably not much, but 25 people. If I had 25 people in a room and I was just Googling shit, trying to figure out a terrorist like, that is, for some reason, it's just bizarre. I don't know what to do with that level of information. And it doesn't, it doesn't Jiminy the Cricket if you get my drift. I don't know. But I always have a blast every time I do this. And okay. So I already did like a refresher. A bunch of shit happened, right? Bunch of planes crashing buildings, right? One plane didn't, because some glorious Americans said, fuck you, and rushed them. Feeling self-absorbed streaming. No, yeah, it's just, who the fuck am I? But it's always fun because I feel like it'd be cooler if there's a bunch of people in the room. And, just, that would be an interesting idea of, like, just doing streams where a bunch of bros just hang out and talk shit and then trade information that's possessed in their brains. It messes with your head. Dude, especially you, Night Docs. What the fuck? That I remember jumping into a stream in the middle of the night of yours. You were just sleeping. I'm like, what is this? Is this what I have to do to survive? Do I need to stream me pissing, shitting, and cooming? Mix of a lab, red nose. Yeah, he's a red-nosed pit. I think he's got a little lab. I'm gonna do a DNA test on him. Yeah, I really need to train him more. I haven't trained him in like 2 days. It's been fucking hanging out. You're down for a tar daily streams? That would be cool. I just don't, I have days where there's just nothing going on in my brain and I need to just hang out. Anyways. Okay. So we need to figure out when Bin Laden said all this. It's 4 days before George Bush. When was George Bush elected? George Bush elected 2001. So, I mean, of course, it's going to be January 20th, 2001. So, when did Bin Laden Al Jazeera video? Where did I put my vape? I don't need it. I got another one. It's 2004. Shortly before. Okay, so it seems like Al Qaeda was blamed prior to this video being released with Osama bin Laden addressing the citizens of the United States and claimed responsibility for the hijackings. So that's fucking 3 years afterwards. Okay, let's look at this though. United States Department. Okay. October 7th is when U.S. and NATO forces launched strikes in Afghanistan. Bin Laden released a videotape stating that America had been hit by God at its most vulnerable point, destroying, inshallah, its most prestigious buildings. So, this is October. And I guess that 18-minute message thing, that's it's not a red herring, but it's in the future. So, Al Qaeda. Oh, that's this too. So we're just trying to establish a good timeline. Oops. Big Boomer on the beat. You heard? So, afterwards, suspected Al Qaeda involvement, probably because they've been in the news cycle during that time. Especially, what were the approval ratings? No, we'll wait on that because that's not it's not important to what's being discussed now. I was gonna look up the approval ratings of, by and large, Americans supporting invading Iraq and Afghanistan prior to September 11th. So much being censored and removed over the years. Yeah, man. If you upload a video to YouTube, now they've changed the way they structure their monetization. And at the very end, it says something like sensitive content or controversial topics. And if you click yeah, I'm talking about something that's controversial, and we're going in depth into it, and then possibly just exploring things that one may be misinformation, one may be just trying to collect a bunch of things. You won't get monetized. And obviously, is it in a business's interest to recommend videos that aren't just monetized for the creator, but monetized in general so that as much ad revenue as possible? No, you would think that it would get recommended less. So less eyes seeing it, less people clicking on it. Yeah, so if you so much as talk about something that's controversial and put it out there, it's not, I wouldn't call it censorship. It's just, it's going to get shit on. It's going to get not recommended. I woke up with morning wood, sleeping under my underwear, and woke up in a panic because I thought I was live. That's fucking hilarious. That is hilarious. Imagine. What if you're the type to just start, sleepwalking and beating off? Imagine if you did that shit. Career over. Miniature house dogs with a temper, which in my opinion is the best of both worlds. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's what I like. I like just purebred pits and Rottweilers. My dream dog is a Cane Corso. I don't know if you've heard of those dogs. Fuck, dude. Those dogs are beautiful. Sorry. Tower 7 was 5 p.m. collapse, I thought.
Well, let's go ahead and look at the infographic.
Okay. We need to update. So, South Tower collapsed at 9:59 a.m. At 10:28 a.m., the North Tower collapsed. And I kind of want to just change all the font because I'm a weirdo. I fucking hate Arial. I haven't looked it up yet, Mr. Sebastian. I did copy and paste it to look it up later. You could spend as much time on this as the JFK assassination and still not cover all the info. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that is true. Wayback Machine is a possibility for websites. Yep. Sensitive to the mainstream narrative they want to shove down your throat. What do you think of the YouTube socialists like Vaush? Vaush? You mean the neoliberal that's just LARPing as a socialist? Yeah, I love that guy. No, he seems like a decent guy, just in general. Probably have a beer with him. But what do I think of YouTube fascists like Asha Logos? Never heard of him. I'll look him up. Yeah. Not to get sidetracked, but one of JFK's defense advisors was this. He's a member of the State Department for a hell of a long time, and I did a deep dive, and for some reason, I came to the conclusion that he had produced a conspiracy theory in order to levy against the Cold War, or the Soviet forces at the time, to send their troops and resources out to bullshit fucking regions on the planet in order to extract oil that wasn't there in the first place. Which is, yeah. And the same guy was interviewed after the JFK assassination, and he said some pretty suspect shit, like kind of like sound bites that are reminiscent of the recent fucking the Bill Gates thing. Like, well, he's dead, so you know, better be careful. I mean, if we're gonna be honest here, right? One of the reasons why American conservatism starts after the JFK assassination is because that event changed the world, right? Imagine King Henry VII being legally assassinated and taken up, the person that conducted this scheme essentially reigned power and yeah, I'm trying to find a good analogy, but there's just nothing there because it was just monumental. It was but let me finish the point. If we're gonna all be honest here, JFK was assassinated through a schemography, if you will. Not a real word, but either directly or indirectly by our country. And it's a very interesting thing to try and grapple with. I mean, there's not enough credible evidence to say 100% that is the case. But if you're a betting man, you would lose the house if you said that the JFK story is as it is as it's reported on, is as it's written on. And you don't have to watch the Al Oliver Stone shitty biopic. You can just get there just by a couple fucking Google searches and wondering why the people who assassinate these large political figures, whenever they're picked up by the FBI or whoever, one of the first things they say is, "Where am I?" So, anyways, back to the yeah. I got ADHD, man. I'm diagnosed with ADHD. They give me speed. I could sit in one location and do my work. Alrighty, so let's go back to the main Wikipedia page. And we'll look at the edits too. We'll see what the edits are looking like. I want to see if there's anything that's been recently edited, like in the past 5 years. Okay. Suspicion fell immediately on Al-Qaeda, launching the War on Terror In 2004, he formally claimed responsibility for the attacks. Al-Qaeda and bin Laden cited U.S. support of Israel, the presence of U.S. troops in Saudi Arabia, and sanctions against Iraq as motives. Now, Al-Qaeda had always been talking shit about, there you go. You have bases on our holy land, I believe is a direct quote. We'll get into that. And sanctions against Iraq. Now, in humanitarian circumstances, foodstuffs, the import of which into Iraq was tightly regulated. This was after the 1991 Persian Gulf War. And Resolution 687 is an important thing. There's also a couple other things to make note of, but we'll get there. Yeah, man, I could tell I might have to pick this stream up like sometime during the week. I would like to just keep going into this. But we'll get a good hour in, you know. We'll see what's going on. It was just his dad who was a bootlegger. Yeah. His dad was fucking based, dude. Fucking based, dude. He can say that about anything the government says. It's the details of how it's accomplished that matter and make the difference. Oh, that's a different person. You can say that anything about the government says, Atara. I don't know what you're referring to, but I agree. Didn't he want to introduce silver dollars? If you're talking about JFK, he actually wanted to splinter the intelligence agencies and have them under the wing of the military. JFK, I know we're going on another sidetrack. JFK was notorious. He did not trust the people under his purview. He did not trust the State Departments. He did not trust the intelligence that he was given. When he wanted to meet with Castro, he didn't want to bring his advisors. He wanted to bring journalists. And the CIA director at the time, I believe, is on record saying that, you know, we can't have that, basically. I mean, I meant that whatever the government says is pretty much always false, guilty until proven innocent. Well, if you can ever get your hands on... so inside the intelligence community, they have their own journalists. Kind of. Basically people who write up reports. And they try and take everything like the facts on the matter. They don't do any color journalism. They just go straight to the facts, and they don't develop narratives. They just kind of... And these documents are circulated in the intelligence community. A lot of them are available for public consumption. But if you get your hands on those are some good pivot points in which to develop like an actual understanding of what the fuck happened in an event. So I wouldn't say that the government says is pretty much always false. Sure, it can be manipulated and structured in a narrative, but you can't change certain facts. And so yeah, I would recommend, I would show how to find that maybe at another time. Capitalism and communism will be irrelevant in the coming century. I fucking hope so. I am done with ideologies in the heads of dead men. We can move on, you know? Getting that line ready. Was there an organization at the beginning anyway? Yeah, if you look at the Truman, I was asked, you know, a couple times, like, who do I think is like some of the worst presidents or presidential admins? I used to default to Truman because, and it's a shame too, because Truman as a character, as a person, was pretty stalwart and principled. And, you know, after World War II, the creation of the intelligence departments was like it was a necessary thing, and it made complete fucking sense at the time, especially with the the predilections of our foe and espionage. Yeah, he did have a speech about secret societies. I think that was like a year and a half before he was assassinated. What was I saying? But yeah, Truman, he did his best, and then unfortunately, after his administration took its leave, the institutions that his administration created spiraled out of control. Spiraled. And are still in place today. Salil al-Salworm. Yeah, sure. Put that on the docket. And I'll save all these tabs, and we'll keep going if we do pick this up at a later date. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Can't show that shit on stream. I love the reason, like big reasoning why the Al Qaeda doesn't like ISIS or Daesh. They have a lot of similar causes, but if some of the interviews on some of the leaders, they're like, talking shit about ISIS, saying that like, well, they produce propaganda videos, they have music in them, and that's haram. Like, they draw the line at the aesthetics. They're like, well, you know, soldiers of Islam, but we don't support it. We don't support your rampant murder of innocent people in the name of your God and religion and state, because they're all the same. We draw the line at your aesthetics. It does not matter if communism, capitalism, or ninjutsuism. Humans are self-serving and assholes, so even if current systems are gone, nothing will change. Yeah, I take it you don't like Rousseau. I don't either, but there are some things to point out there, that systems and states influence, economic forces influence systems and states and leadership and statecraft, and thus economic forces also influence cultures and the ideas that people have in their brains. And the ideas that people have in their brains necessarily control their motivations and volitions, thus, whether they're more of an asshole or not. Huxleyism. Both are based on labor. The reserves of our rare metals and precious metals on the planet. Can you really say we're in a post-scarcity society? When you realize jihadi music, it doesn't sound... Hey, man, you ever heard of the call to prayer? It's fucking beautiful. It is fucking beautiful. I mean, the Quran itself is a rhythmic text. It's meant to be kind of like the Torah in that regard. It just sounds pretty when you read it in its original language, of course. You read it in English, you're like, God, Jesus fucking Christ. Your dude's fucking crazy. He's really resentful and angry. Okay, sorry. Skip that. Destruction of the World Trade Center and nearby infrastructure seriously harmed the economy of the New York City and created a global economic recession. Let's look at that too. Wow, that's a K-shaped recovery. Or V-shaped, sorry. What would be the ideas that can be given a good faith interpretation of, in your opinion? Ideas of what? Many countries strengthened their anti-terrorism legislation and expanded powers of law enforcement and intelligence agencies to prevent terrorist attacks. How fucking good of a job they did so far. And the U.S. and Canadian civilian airspaces were closed until September 13th. They got over that shit pretty quickly. While Wall Street trading was closed until September 17th. Many closings, evacuations, and cancellations followed out of respect or fear of further attacks. Cleanup of the World Trade Center site took 8 months and was completed in May of 2002. While the Pentagon was repaired within a year. I guess the goals and aims, as said by Osama and leaders of Al Qaeda before September, they got their goals accomplished, but only for like 5 days. They did a terrible job, didn't they? And fuck them. How many lives lost for that shit, you know? Anyways. Yeah, I'm saying try harder, Al Qaeda. I'm just kidding. You can't you love the rhetoric after it happened. They just hate our freedom. No. But you can't stop America, man. Nice, beautiful fucking country. Big fan of your videos. All of the Epstein pieces put together type video. I had started that last year. I don't think I'm going to do that video. Cause it's just, I don't know. I already have American Lies Part 2 to make. And I would love to do that video. It's just there's not enough time, and 2, I would probably be taken off YouTube, because some of the revelations and the connections between, especially Magellan, fortunately Mossad, there's only so much conjecture till you get to the money trail. And then you're like, what the fuck is even going on? How do you even condense this into into something that makes sense in a video format? You simply fucking can't. I would love to try, but Prism in response to his long-term wins for Osama. No. Why would it be long-term wins? There's still Saudi influence. There's still bases in private industry on Holy Land. There's still rampant American Western degeneracy flooding through the Holy Lands of Muhammad. There's, you know what I mean? Like in fact, it would be the opposite of a long-term win, you know? There's always enough time if you take it, and risk becomes reward. I don't know, man. A lot of my efforts have been, it's difficult to have the motivation to continue doing what I do with regard to like long research projects and trying to make something both informative and entertaining. You don't really get rewarded for that shit on this platform. So my thinking was that if their goal was to make Americans fearful, widely influential policy based on fear of terrorists seemed like wins. If you were to think about it like in the long game, like demoralization and destabilization of the country, authoritarian measures, while they could create, like basically stochastic terrorism and then financial irreparable. You can't repair financial systems thereafter after the massive debt accumulation in order to fund warfare. And the long game was to destabilize, not necessarily make Americans fearful. Then I guess time will tell, but usually when there's a whiff of that, power consolidates, especially in the executive branch, consolidates, becomes a miasma, and there's an immunological response. So the destabilization may happen culturally, but the people in power will always, people like wealthy, rich, powerful Americans will still have wide, like complete control in that regard. I said that wrong, but I think you get what I'm getting at. But Whitney Webb has done a lot of work on Epstein. Put it on Patreon, bro. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple things that I have planned to put on Patreon. Just Patreon. Supplied reason why so many people supported them. Yeah, a lot of fucking Americans. I mean, yeah, definitely. People's sense of security was ruptured, so they kind of, you know what I'm gonna say. You're a misanthropic, hateful person. You can go on deep dives and still, I mean, I think, especially if you come across some things that really radically shake your beliefs, and you come to certain conclusions like, fuck, that's crazy. I can't believe people or we or nation or government is capable of that. You don't have to go down the misanthropic route. You could just be like, wow, that's fucking stupid. Man, we are really not long for this world, you know? Well, the motivation, L, is just to do the work. It's just not, financially viable oftentimes. And that's okay. I'm fine with eating ramen and sucking dick to pay rent. I'm just the money trail, yeah, because I mean, there's nothing inherently meteoric or subversive or bad to just show the money trail. I try to do that in the corruption section for American Lies, but I never really got to the money, just the social capital and influences. What do I do to pay rent? Freelance. And freelance. Operation Northwood. Okay. The attacks resulted in 2,977 fatalities, over 25,000 injuries, and substantially long-term health consequences, in addition to at least $10 billion in infrastructure and property damage. Those are good sources. Hopefully, I'll have to get that book and pull it out. Boom, noom, noom, noom. It remains the deadliest terrorist attack in human history and the single deadliest incident for firefighters and law enforcement officers in the history of the United States, with 340, I assume, firefighters and 72 police officers or law enforcement officers killed, respectively. Numerous memorials. Bam, bam. So I think we're going to try and get through just the generalities on this Wikipedia. Grab the sources and references. Ooh, fatwa. That's a very, I love it when, I was watching Vice, and I think it was on the Middle East, and they called a fatwa, It's a like a holy order. It's when the Taliban gets together and issues an order. Yeah. Yeah. It's also a hit. Right? That motherfucker needs to die. That's pretty much what fatwas are. Cap. Yeah, let's talk about the Assyrians, okay? If you want to talk about fucking terrorism, think of the Assyrian Empire, okay? They hung bodies from the entranceways into their keeps. They fucking killed everyone and anything for the slightest infraction against the kingdom. Larry David also had a fatwa on him. Yeah. Wish your channel, I got more eyes. I think it pisses off both sides, which is a good indication you're on the right track. Yeah, man. Left and right dichotomy is bullshit. I don't like dichotomies. Wonder what you were studying back in uni. I was trying to be a physicist and tried and failed. And I don't like debt. So let's pour some more. I'm drinking on a Malvini. It's real nice. So nutty, with honey notes, and rich copper flavors. That's a sad day when you run out of scotch. Look up the tarot card, the hangman, or upside down hangman. Look at the falling mountain. I don't know about all that. Salman Rushdie. That's right. Do you know why he had a fatwa against him? Because he wrote a book called The Satanic Verses, which is a really beautiful book. But some Islamic leaders did not like what he had to say about the prophet and or the allegories, rather. Anyways, the origins of Al Qaeda. All right. So let's go to Al Qaeda. So leaders: Bin Laden, Al Zawahiri. I don't know how to pronounce that. We'll figure it out here soon. Founders or / leaders. Al Qaeda. Origins. Soviet Union. Invades Afghanistan. Bin Laden treks to Afghanistan to wage holy war against the communists. In quotes, because, you know, did they abolish the value form? No, they didn't. They weren't communists. They had a state. I'm just kidding. That wasn't real communism. It wasn't real. We can do it, guys. We just need to redo it over and over. Okay. He organized fellow Arab mujahideen. That's an important thing to notate. Mujahideen mobilized to resist the Soviets, who were the Mujahideen. The fuck? Oh, it's just in a search down here. Salafists. We'll go into the religious motivations probably next stream. Should we should we make this a continual stream where we just go into 9/11? Because I would like to stream for 2 or 3 weeks and just go into 9/11 and literally come to no fucking conclusions and be like, well, I learned more, but I understand less. Database of fighters, yeah. Again, one of my preconceived notions, right, is Al-Qaeda and the Taliban. Because Al-Qaeda means the base, Taliban means students. Now, we can't, the NFL Broncos aren't literally Broncos, of course, if you catch my drift. But to call Al-Qaeda a singular movement with, centralized authority, my preconceived notion is that that would be a misnomer. Same with the Taliban. And there's a lot of reasons I can go into, but I just want to make that known. That's one of my biases. Didn't the area of the Pentagon that was hit was supposed to find? Yeah, we'll get into. You're jumping ahead, man. You seem to have a unique interest in Islam and Muslims. Any reason? When I was younger, after my philosophy kick, because after I dropped out of high school and before I went to college, I started reading books for pleasure, and I was really interested in wanting to be self-taught. And after just reading basic, Greek philosophy and going on that, I was like, okay, what's the next best thing to understand? And I went into the monotheistic religions of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. And I read everything: the Torah, the Talmud, the Old Testament, the Bible, New Testament. Read the Quran, which didn't take that long at all. And then read most of the Hadiths. So, and then I try to just read a bunch of history at the time and try to understand it. And it's not a unique interest. It's just, I think the unique interest is into like religion and religious systems and how that influenced history. Or it's a part of history. So yeah. So that's and plus look at my surname, right? Cool. All right. Let's get into it again and more. Okay, so they resisted the Soviets until the country's exit from Afghanistan in 1988. I think 1988. Just to get some context as to where America was at that time politically. Which side the pendulum swinged into. Okay, 1996. Bin Laden issued his first fatwa calling for American soldiers to leave Saudi Arabia. Praise be to Allah. We seek His help and ask for. That's what he sounded like. Praise be to Allah. We ask for His help. That's what he sounded like. Whoever could be guided by Allah will not be misled. This and that. Inshallah. Tajikistan, Burma, Kashmir, Assam, Philippines, Fatina. Basically the Ummah. Okay. (1979) until their departure in 1988. 1996, Bin Laden puts out a hit. I'm just kidding. Issues a fatwa against U.S. military presence in Saudi Arabia. Yada be. And a second fatwa, 1998. Oops. Bin Laden objects to U.S. foreign policy and meddling, because we'll put that in. Yeah, we'll see that. With respect to Israeli ties and the continued presence in after the Gulf War. Bin Laden used Islamic texts to exhort Muslims to attack Americans until the stated grievances were reversed. Muslim legal scholars, I wonder if it was the strike off their fingertips as you will their heads section in the Quran. Did I used to work in finance? No. Okay. Muslim legal scholars have throughout Islamic history unanimously agreed that the jihad is an individual duty if the enemy destroys the Muslim countries, according to Bin Laden.
There's the inner jihad and there's the outer jihad. One's an individual struggle against oppression of the ummah, and one's like that, but internal. Existence is oppression on the ummah. Bin Laden orchestrated the attacks. Citation needed. He initially denied involvement, but later recanted his false statements. There are the citations right there, but how convenient. Al Jazeera broadcast a statement by him on September 16th, 2001. I stress that I have not carried out this attack, which appears to be carried out by individuals with their own motivation. That's good. That copy paste. So initially, 5 days after September 11th, Bin Laden claimed no responsibility and stated, I think there was more to it too. He called them, if I remember correctly, called them soldiers of Islam. But hold on, we're not supposed to throw all that out the window. I don't have any memories. What is 9/11? I think the next stream too, I'll download all the videos and we'll go through those. I did not see. That's the thing. You should not have I did not know that. Iranian troops rushed Sunday to seal the 560-mile frontier with Afghanistan. I had no idea that. I didn't know that Iran or their troops were at all involved after 1996. Divisions. Reuters report Sunday that the mayor of Tehran, along with the head of the city council, had sent a letter of condolence to. Yeah, I remember that. A lot of the Muslim world, after it happened, if memory serves me, tried to distance themselves and then also send condolences, as if this is not a product of our religion or state. This is a travesty. Who did George Bush meet with? Like a week after the Saudi diplomatic building in New York. I think it was New York. If it wasn't New York, it was Virginia. Oh, I have all of Adam Curtis's filmography. I have yet to even start watching it. That's I generally like his style though. Cool. All right, so let's get through. Cool. Now that's a lot to dig into. I think we'll stop here. We'll save this document. Got a good 200 words in. And then I guess we'll pick it up. I didn't, bit off more than I could chew. See, I thought, we were going to reach it was an inside job by the end of this, I thought we could get it done in like 2 hours. Boy, was I wrong. Against Bin Laden, yep. I mean, I knew there was some internal strife. I didn't know that they mobilized troops along the Afghanistan border. I did not know that, so that's some new information. Yeah. So, what? How should we trail this off? What are you guys thinking? What should I? How should I prepare? Well, I shouldn't ask that question. I'll have to reformulate and structure this so that next time we go into this, we can pick up where we left off after a quick debrief and go through some videos, go through some primary sources, and really try and bite into it and try and get a good timeline that's understandable that we can follow, starting from, I imagine, the 70s. For the Mujahideen presence, and also Reagan meeting with the Mujahideen. I think that's a good place to start. And then we can go from there. Prince Bandir bin Sultan came to the White House to see Bush. Was it the White House? Okay. September 18th, a week. So thank you, Todd. We will pull that and put into the document. Oops. Yeah, we'll draw up a roadmap.
Create a little infographic like this stupid shit. This is a primary source.
All right, Sebastian. Thank you for your dedicated involvement. Yeah, does anyone want to bring up anything before we cut this off? I think this was a decent stream. I think this is a deciding factor. I think didn't have too much presence, or not presence. Didn't have too many viewers, but I don't really care about that. I think this is fun. So I think maybe Wednesday we can pick this up. What do you guys think? Oh, and all my streams are unlisted after. They all go up on Patreon. So.
Give me money, please. I need to eat.
I'm just kidding. Well, yeah, it was fun. I think next time we'll start with the beats again. Maybe do that shit for 20 minutes just to shake off the dust. Then we'll get back to it. Yeah? Give you shekels. I got some copper. But I'm not giving you that. Have you seen copper prices recently? What are you guys' positions, real quick? What are you guys trading on? Give me the 411 before I get out of here. I'm not a financial advisor, but after doing some research on the supply chain and the trucking routes and the some of the supply shortages for mechanical parts for semis, I've got positions in steel. I'm not gonna say the tickers, of course, but steel, corn. What else? Fuck, what was that one company? Let me look real quick. Yeah, I'm going hard in the paint with steel. And then outside of crypto, which I don't trade, U.S. government, okay? I do not touch crypto. I don't even know what it is. Looking at corporate debt too. And then defense contractors. Those are my positions now. BB big. I get spicy soon. Weekend buzz plus broke wedge. I'll look into that. I think I saw some croppings up of that on our faithful Wall Street bets. MetaZoo is the new crypto, new Pokemon. Cool, ladies and gents. I think I'm gonna end it here. It's been a fucking pleasure. I'm gonna definitely do more of this. New video out. I've been working on it for fucking months. Okay. I recently rewrote some sections. I'm gonna redo some sections, but hopefully, Imagine a World Without Encryption will be out in the first week of October, and then from there, every 10 to 14 days, a video will be out. Been heavily working. I'm going hard in the paint. I think I'm gonna finish this year off with like 6 more uploads in the next 3 months. So, well, I guess every 10 to 14 days, that would be more, huh? I'll figure it out. Imagine World Without Encryption in the first week of October. Terry A. Davis video. I think 2 weeks after that. What is I forgot what my schedule is. My release schedule. So yeah, this is what I'm working on. Cuckstar Bonanza actually is being delayed. I think Terry A. Davis video will be out before that. Cuckstar Bonanza is one of my stupidest fucking videos, and I like it. It's gonna be like 8 minutes long. It's gonna be weird as fuck. You're gonna enjoy it. The Keg and the Suck is my first animation thing. I don't think that's not coming out till like late November, early December. The 4th entry into Wall Street Bets will be out around Christmas time. I think you're gonna see. You guys are gonna see some things that are coming out into the normie sphere that I've been involved with for a little bit around mid-December. So look forward to that. And then Reality is Bullshit, probably around the same time as retard day traders. But yeah, Imagine a World Without Encryption, I've been beating my fucking head against for quite some time, but just because the way the video is practically done now, it's just so fucking boring. You know, it's boring until the end of it, like the last 4 minutes. So I'm gonna try and fix that and get it out the first week of October. All right, does that sound good? All right, ladies and gents, mostly gents. I love you. I love you so much. Please donate me money to my Bitcoin account. The government doesn't have to know about our mutual transaction.